Maybe I should say that.
So basically, we're on the plainstones here in Elgin, and there's two sides, a west and an east side, and we're on the east side here, the main plainstones, and on the west side, on the other side of the building, is
hopefully our colleagues who are on the other side
the Fascists.
Will join us soon now that we're starting.
We're about to have some speeches now.
So good afternoon all. On behalf of Moray Trades Union Council, a huge thank you for taking the time to join us today to welcome the asylum seekers into the Moray community. We've received many messages of solidarity from across the UK, but there are two messages of support that we would like to share with you. From Ros Foyer, the STUC General Secretary, and from Erskine, which has recently faced down the far right. So from Ros, good afternoon friends and comrades. We'd like to first of all commend Moray Trades Union Council for their quick action on this. They have mobilised fantastically and really brought the Elgin community together to oppose the so-called Highland Division and their divisive, hateful rhetoric. We firmly believe in the importance of standing up against fascism and racism, and it is intrinsic in our DNA. Our trade union movement will always campaign to root out hatred in all of its forms. There is no place for fascism in Scotland. In times of economic hardship, groups like Highland Division seek to put the blame on asylum seekers and refugees. But we know the real causes of people's hardship lie squarely with the government and their cronies. It's crucial to recognise that asylum seekers and refugees are some of the most vulnerable members of our global community. They are fleeing from conflict, violence and persecution, seeking safety and a chance to rebuild their lives. Instead of responding with hostility, it is our moral obligation to extend our solidarity, understanding and empathy to those who have endured unimaginable hardship. And wherever the latest incarnation of neo-Nazi appear, we need to be loud, proud and ready to fight back against these groups and their poisonous ideology. We encourage the Elgin community to rally together with Moray Trades Union Council, stand up to racism and others to join forces in rejecting the divisive and dangerous rhetoric propagated by the fascists. By doing so, we send a powerful message that hate has no place in our society and that we stand united in our commitment to fostering a welcome and inclusive environment for all. The whole trade union movement is behind you all the way. Solidarity is our superpower, and together we are strong. And from a fellow activist in Erskine, I was so sorry to hear your town, like mine, was targeted by the far-right extremists. In Erskine, we've been counter-protesting racist Homeland demonstrations for 5 months now. Homeland, like the Highland Division, are neo-Nazis. They use people's concerns about immigration to whip up fear and hatred against refugees. Refugees are picked on as the most vulnerable people in society. However, their true agenda is to deport all non-whites. They're anti-Semitic, Islamophobic and homophobic. Anti-Semitic, Islamophobic and homophobic, but try to conceal their true beliefs to gain support. We cannot allow them to gain a foothold in our communities. It can be worrying and intimidating to stand up to these bullies, especially when some locals have joined their demonstrations, as they have in Erskine. Many people prefer to turn a blind eye, including our elected politicians in Erskine. Over the last 5 months, we've gotten to know many of the asylum seekers in Erskine. They are lovely people who have been through trauma through no fault of their own. They are so thankful to us for standing up to these bullies. They didn't ask to come to a hotel in Scotland. and they don't deserve to be intimidated outside their accommodation. Please continue to support them and tell neo-Nazis they are not welcome in Elgin. Homeland are finished in Erskine and are down to 13 people at their rallies. They have not gained support locally, and that's down to Stand Up to Racism and the trade unions standing against them along with locals. We will continue to stand against them as long as it takes, and I know people in Elgin will do the same. No matter where these racist neo-Nazis target in Scotland, we can defeat them by working together. All of us in Erskine Anti-Racist Group send our solidarity, and we are ready to support you in any way we can. Okay, we're going to have about 4 or 5 speakers coming up.
This lady here stood up to Hull Hitler.
Next speaker will be Daniel.
Absolutely brilliant job, darling. Absolutely brilliant. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
With open arms. Unfortunately, the current Tory government has sought to demonise and scapegoat vulnerable people, especially because they know that there's very little that they can do back. But clearly, we have shown them that we are not going to put up with that at all. The Tories are also scapegoating these people and all of us minorities so that they can try to distract from their own failings over the cost of living crisis, the COVID pandemic, and also their own incompetencies, and they spread these lies and they enable groups just right on this other side of this square to be able to highlight and spread hatred and extra levels of division. But we're not having that. So I come here to you today to say that Stand Up to Racism will always ensure that it's known that these communities are diverse, we are welcoming, and we are stronger together. Standing in solidarity with asylum seekers at this moment, of course, isn't easy. However, people dressing as Hitler, attempting to intimidate folks and using horrific tropes about black and ethnic minority groups is completely not going to happen. However, standing in these big numbers shows that Nazis are not welcome in Elgin and never will be.
Absolutely right.
Stand Up to Racism has branches across Scotland of community members, trade unionists, faith groups, and others working to ensure that racism and fascism will never gain a foothold. You are part of that community today.
Thank you.
And I want to personally thank the Murray Trades Council for inviting us to share a platform with all these groups here and make it sure that we say it loud, say it clear, that refugees are welcome here. Say it with me, say it louder, say it clearer. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Thank you very much, Elgin.
Nice message, pal.
Asylum seekers, as has been said by speakers before me, are fleeing poverty, destitution, war-torn countries. They are at the end of a long, long journey to get here. I think none of us could contemplate the kind of suffering that they have had on that journey to get here. And when they get to the end of that journey, what they need is support, welcome, and a fair hearing from a system that should work better than it does. We have...
Should the other side of the debate get a fair hearing? No! Or should just get sirens blared at them?
I think it's very clear that people do not want to hear a message of hate, a message of fascism. People have a fundamental right to be safe, feel safe and protected in our communities, and that's what we are here to provide that shield for them, while others want to fire unfair ammunition at them.
What about Nottingham?
Why are you here then if you want to be in Nottingham?
I want to hear both sides of the debate, but I can't hear right the other side.
I'm delighted to be here in solidarity with other political parties from across the political spectrum here today, with their trade union colleagues, with civic society and normal people from Elgin who have turned up in numbers today to say no to fascism, no to racism, no to hatred, and to welcome our asylum seekers to Elgin and ensure that they get the best possible Elgin welcome, Scottish welcome, and a welcome from anybody else here that is prepared to give them that welcome, which is the vast majority of people. Thank you all for turning up, thank you for your support today, and thank you for showing that racism and fascism is not welcome in Murray.
Fascism isn't the opposite of immigration. It's not a coherent
They are equally full of hatred.
Thanks so far to the invited speakers today. Thank you very much for your contributions so far. Can I now call on...
It is so reassuring to see everybody here rejecting that sort of politics. That politics of fear, anger and hatred. And that's what that represents. It's alright if you have a problem, you can always send me an email.
There you go.
Anyway, that is what that represents. Fear, anger, hatred. Let's not pretend that it's anything else. And to see every one of you here today in Murray and Elgin rejecting that kind of fear and anger is so reassuring. It is not welcome in Scotland in 2023, so thank you on behalf of the Lib Dems for that.
The reality is migration has helped shape our communities, supports our vital services and enhances our culture and community. It's migrant workers from Commonwealth nations that rebuilt our country in post-World War II. The history of our country is also offering refuge to those fleeing war, whether it was Jewish refugees during World War II or Afghan or Ukrainian refugees fleeing war in recent years. We can't sleep into fascism. We can't sleep into racism. We must today remember and uphold the values of community and the things that shape Murray. Warm hospitality, community. I'm proud to be here with all of you and people from all political parties, from all faiths, saying no to fascism, no to racism, no to fear. Instead, we say yes to compassion, yes to love, yes to solidarity. Murray supports refugees, Murray supports peace. Thank you.
Ariana Burgess from the Green Party, from over in there. Okay, so the trade union speeches were sort of cut short a wee bit round at the west side of the church. So no. So we've come round to the east side, and this is where the fascists are hanging out. And as you can see, it's all good fun. Are all the anti-fascists, and up here are the fascists. Sorry about the noise.
Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome!
This is definitely a warm welcome to Elgin. The thing is, he'll no be back. There you go. Bover boots, turnups, SS siblings. The uniform says it all. What is that? Oh, that's the Highland Division. That's their sign on a wee flag. As you can see by his belt, it's truly SS. Just in a different angle.
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
There we go. I think they got the message.
Refugees are welcome here.
Where's the man? See if we can see the man. Oh, there he is there. He's on the phone. There's the man there. There's Alex. Self-appointed Hull Hitler. He's on the phone. He's obviously phoning for a taxi to leave. You calling for a taxi, Alex? Or a minibus? You're not welcome. Welcome here. Hey, calm down, you. Calm down.
Get your seat away from here.
I came round to say hello. Thank you.
You might not agree with them, but you respect them. Okay?
I could stand here, but what this is my turn.
Look, guys, it's about respect.
You calm down. And you calm down. There you go. You got fun. What did your thing say? It said human rights, not wrongs. Love and peace.
And he knocked it out of your hand?
Yeah.
Well, that shows the care of people.
Oh, hello. Let me turn this off.
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
Joining in, boys.
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
Well, it's now 20 past 1 and the sun is blazing down on us all here, but the crowd is still strong. We have the anti-fascists over here on the left, and then here we have the main man, Hull Hitler, with his wee posse. Some of these guys are from Elgin. This is the one that attacked me here and smashed my banner out of my hand that said peace and love. There you go. To secure the existence of our people and a future for our children, stop the migrant invasion. There you go. That's the message. Pretty poor. Well, looks like they're wrapping up now. cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. And don't bang the door on the way out. Don't come back! Look at that guy's shot. Well, then that's the youth on it. I can't believe it. That doesn't actually say Iron Brew, it says Fanny.
He's the last white person in that area.
Look at that, can you see on there? That guy's got a t-shirt. The Hitler Youth on it.
I did have, but I'll get it back. I've got a website, it's called television.net. So if you
I don't know where they're taking them to for safety. But don't worry, they've got a committee to see them off. Cheerio, 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 cheerio. Oh, there you go. Absolutely fantastic. We'll go in this way and catch up with them. It's an absolutely smashing day here in Elgin. Here they come. This will be them doing the walk of shame. It's lovely here. Our big wishing mill. Guess we'll be wishing for independence. We always are. And here they come. It looks like they've put them in the back of a van for protection.
I love the fact that the one place they help.
Oh, what a shame. They're really going to do a walk of shame down the Elgin Plainstones. They'll never get that van up the alley. Oh, I see they've taken him up Fife Arms close to safety in South Street. That's what's happened. I thought you were trying to get them on the bus. I was hoping to do a walk of shame through the town.
Oh,
I've done it many a time.
We don't get free lifts on.
No.
I think.
Well done, thanks very much, lads.
Oh, no problem at all.